Katie, what are you doing? And she's like, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
What's good? What's good?
And what the French toast is there to think about?
What's good, everybody? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again. Always with another one. So, I peeped this out from, the up and coming channel, Love Cost Podcast, shout out to the Love Cost Podcast. Previous before, this brother was known as, Bruiser in the YouTube space and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, if you are active in YouTube, you've seen him on, previously, other podcasts and things like that. So now he has his own. So, what the biz is here is that, he's talking to a woman and she's explaining her marital situations and things like that, of basically how, her husband, kind of got delusional on her, and to a degree. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie. From talking to other men out on the streets, day-to-day life and things like that. Yeah, some of these dudes out here be delusional as hell too.
And what the French toast is there to think
some
about?
of them, hey. That's part of some of these problems too. We're not talking about it, but we're gonna talk about this shit now. Some of these men out here are fucking delusional. And it's crazy to me. It's like, how you a man and you live in the, as a man on this planet with all the obstacles and forces and things like that are upon us as men, and you're going to sit there and actually think that you can live in this Disney fairy tale all day, every fucking day. But, hey, that's neither here nor there. So, listen, look, we about to go here. Let's check out, what Brother Bruiser and, Dwayne, let's just go here. Let's just go here. Quarters, nickels, and dimes. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
I don't think he's a bad guy. He fell on hard times, right? He had an injury on his job beyond his control. He went through some things that impacted him physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. I get it. I took on a second job to help him during this time. But it was like he still wanted a woman that was going to come home and cook.
So when considering delusions or unrealistic beliefs, do you think these tendencies are more commonly attributed to men?
Yes. Yes, I do. Why? This is why. Because, again, I'm going to go back to the Kevin Gates thing. And the question you just asked me, do you think at the position that you're in, right now, divorced, 3 kids, this, and this, the same way, divorce with 3 kids and stuff like this, can't expectation of X, Y, and Z from a man. I feel like it's very much the same thing. Like we've seen the stereotype, the guy with no job that drops the girl off in her car and drives around, while she's at work, expecting to be treated like a king, but moving like the courtyard jester.
But hold up here.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Now, if that woman was not allowing him to, drop her off and drive his car. See, this is the thing right here. This is the thing. Hold on. This is the thing that really confuses me out here nowadays. You have certain women that'll get with these men. He don't have a car. He don't even have an apartment. He doesn't have any income at all. He just, he's just out here freelancing life. He's not even out on the streets peddling any type of illegal activity and things like that to even get any damn money. And we want to sit here and
what the French toast is there to think
now
about?
listen, look, I'm not trying to promote doing anything illegal. Don't get it fucking twisted around this thing. I'm just being honest. Don't get it twisted. All I'm saying is, though, he doesn't have any type of hustle. He's not even out on the he's not even at the stoplight with bags of paper towels and window wash, you know what I'm saying, to wash the car windows at the fucking street light.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
You know what I'm saying? $5 a window. $5 a window. We talking about hustle. You want your windshield clean? Because I know a lot of you people out there driving around with your windshield unclean. I'm just being honest with you. You barely can see. That's the reason why you're getting in accidents and shit. But hey, seriously though, and yeah, you're talking about enabling, people, just like men enable women in certain categories and to degrees and things like that. And yes, we all enable each other at some point in time, and yeah, that poses a serious problem. Let's keep going.
I had this conversation again with my ex. I don't think he's a bad guy. He fell on hard times, right? He had an injury on his job beyond his control. He went through some things that impacted him physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. I get it. I took on a second job to help him during this time. But it was like he still wanted a woman that was.
Now, Ado, I got to give her a round of applause and a shout out.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Because let's just keep this real. If you're in a relationship, you're gonna be together. Of course, the man got injured at work. Of course, he's gonna be out of work for a certain period of time because he got injured at work. So yeah, she had to pick up, the slack, whatever. If you're gonna be together, you're gonna be together. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to sit around here and think that, a man solely in the 21st century needs to be able to, just solely provide at all times, 365 days a year for the next, 60 years and shit like that. Like it just it ain't gonna work. Life happens. And when life happens, at the end of the day, if you all as a team have not come together to create a strategical plan mathematically where you've mapped out the money, you've mapped out the dollars, you know that you don't have enough income coming in for anything major to happen right now. Well, we need to try to, if y'all don't do nothing but, set aside, $10 a week, $5 a week, something like that into a savings or anything like that. I'm just being honest. As a team, I'm talking about a piece. If both people in the house are working, out of each check, we need to at least set aside $5, $10, $15, $20, a week or however your pay, work, and then mathematically go up. Yes, as a team, you have to strategically plan things out. You have to plan out for the worst, because when shit happens, it's too late after the fact.
Gonna come home and cook, or a woman that was gonna do this or that was gonna do this. So to me, your expectation of me is delusional. You are moving at a 5 at best, but you want a 10. No, like that. No. So absolutely. I feel like just like Kevin Gate or whatever his name is, Kevin Samuel says, women come in with a lot of baggage, expecting this, and this from men. Men absolutely come in mediocre, substandard at best in some situation, expecting exceptional women.
Hey.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
You old fish-eyed fool. Speaking of nagging, persistent pain, watch it, sucker.
You know what, though? We're going to give her the truth on the fact that at the end of the day, listen, look, it's only so much time in a day. It's only so much you could do as a human being, regardless male or female. It's only so much. So now, if you're at home most of the time as a man because you got injured at work, things like that, and you know, and unless you're just bedridden completely, you know, clean up around your house. If your woman has to pick up the second job because, you know what I'm saying, you're unable to actually, you know, go out and do the hard labor that you were doing on your job, because I'm pretty sure you may have had a physical job and which required lifting or something. It had to be something major, you know, that he got, you know, hurt from in order to get hurt on the job. So yeah, now that you know, you may not be bedridden for your injury, but if you could get around in any way, shape, form, or fashion, yes. And she has to pick up the slack of working a second job to help with the bills because you're off right now. Yeah, make sure that the food's cooked, things like that. Nick, you know, I'm just saying, you gotta eat too. You gotta eat too.
To think about.
And if you're already at the house the whole damn day, how you expect her to come in from working 2 jobs and then think that this shit, like, you know, she need to cook and all this? And what are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Get up, cook something, make sure that you don't you want to stay in a clean house too? I'm sorry if I'm injured to the point to where I may not be able to go back to my physical job for the super hard physical labor just yet while my body heals, but I'm capable enough to be around my house and do things around my house and keep my house straight and things like that. I'm gonna keep my motherfucking house straight. I don't know what y'all talking about out there. That shit is crazy. Now, yes, that is a delusional ass man.
And that's not it. Like we have to meet each other on the same level, or one has to be working to get to where the other one is. So yeah, I think men are just as delusional as you think women are.
Damn. But let me just ask you. So the guy had, you said it was out of his control. Do you think he should give him a pass because
no,
you know,
no,
he had a medical issue?
Okay, I don't want, you know, to divulge his you know, medical, like his injury led to surgeries. You know, that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to, like, you know, talk about his medical history. And obviously, after the surgery, like I used to hear him say a lot, you know, I can make myself better. I can make myself better. But I'm like, you're not doing anything to make yourself better. Like, you're still sitting here, you know, waiting around on a settlement to come through, but watching me work 2 jobs. There was a situation.
So my question is on that right there, from what she just said, is like, okay, is this what's going down after he's healed to a certain degree? So is he getting back on his feet and still sitting around, you know, looking dumbfounded?
So what the French toast is there to think about?
That's what I'm asking, because, you know, it's certain pieces that are missing. Is he still sitting around acting dumbfounded after he's healed, you know, after he's got back healed to a certain degree where he can do more things? You know, and if that's the case, then yeah, you just trying to be a lazy bum. I'm just, hey.
At one point, my son's car broke down, And we live in a separate city than he goes to school. So I gave him my car to drive to school. It was his senior year. And I'm working 2 jobs. And I asked him, hey, if I can get dropped off at my, if I come out and stay with you, because we live separately. And I helped him with his rent.
Hold on. No.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
See, that's how finances get fucked up. That's how shit get messed up. Everybody trying, all that living separate like that. That's bad financing. You can't save any money. You can't do anything when you're paying bills in 2-3 different fucking houses and shit like that. You can't do that. That's not how it's supposed to go. You can't do that. Now she's saying she lives someplace else. She paying bills at her house and also trying to help him pay bills at his. And what I'm trying to understand is, has he got back to a point to where he can do something, but he's not wanting to do it? And she said he's waiting on a settlement and things like that. But at the same time, though, too, while you wait on that settlement, if you're healthy, if you're back able to do a little something, then you're obligated to do that little something. I mean, I don't understand. There are pieces that are missing. In my eyes, there are pieces that are missing. And, let's just keep going.
Living in separate homes. If I come out here and stay with you, can you take me to my first job? I'll catch a ride to my second job, and you just pick me up from my second job and bring me back to your place. He told me that would be difficult. I said, is it difficult to work both of them? Or is it difficult for you to pick me up? Both.
If I'm injured and my quote unquote woman, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real here now. And my woman is helping me, with these bills and things like that. And she decided that she's going to go out her way to get a second job and stuff like that. What do you mean? Drop you off and pick you up? You're supposed to let her have that damn car to where she can maneuver properly.
French toast is there to think about?
You're supposed to allow her access to the vehicle so she can maneuver properly and do the things that she need to do. Now, I don't understand this. I don't understand that type of thinking at all. If my woman is helping me while I'm hurt, while I'm out here and can't just really get back to work like I really need to, and as a man supposed to want to, because there's a level of pride that comes into play with this. I mean, let's just keep this real. As a man, ain't no way she need to have to ask me to, can you drop me off at work and pick me up and this and that? No, baby, you know what I'm saying? Take the car. Do your thing.
What the French toast is there to think about?
Do what you need to do. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to have a nice fucking snack, goddamn a meal or whatever I can cook up, you know what I'm saying, when your ass get back. What the hell? To be honest with you, and it's a woman's job to cook and this and that and this. What do you mean? Some of the best chefs in the world are men. I'm a fucking chef by profession.
Is there to think about?
Some of the best chefs in the world are men. So what are we talking about here? See, this is when we come into society and y'all people are, not my followers, not y'all. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the outsiders. A lot of these people don't know any damn thing. They don't know shit. They don't know a pot from piss. It's just crazy out here.
What the French toast is there to think about?
That's ridiculous. That is fucking ridiculous.
But I'm working 2 jobs to help you.
Right.
Or there was one time, just to show you the type of, when I say delusion, my son's car, the brakes went out. And I went to take him to the brake shop one day to get the rotors replaced, the brake pads and stuff like that. And I get in the car and I'm literally standing on the brakes, and the car would not stop.
Oh, that's dangerous.
So I said to him, "Hey, will you drive this car and just let me follow you in your truck, because I'm scared."
Now let me break into this. These are factors right here that as men we used to be on top of collectively as men, you know, working on cars, things like that. Now that type of instinct also has been stripped from men in society. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody's actually bringing it up, but those are things that men used to love to do, work on their cars. If we go back, you know, years ago, when as a man, you could actually work on your vehicle, you know, before they put all this technology and all this other crap off in the cars and stuff like that, where you just had, you know, nowadays you just have to carry your car to the shop, because if you don't have the proper equipment or tools or machines and things like that to diagnose the car, like the car's a human and shit. Like, oh my goodness. That's part of the problem. We're stripping men in society of the manly things that they need to do. I mean, what's next? Having machines build homes? I mean, you know,
the French toast is there to think about.
We're stripping the men of manly things, but then we have women sitting around here like, why aren't men enough anymore? Why aren't men man enough? They don't do manly things anymore. They don't do nothing that's supposed to be manly, because we're adding too much damn technology into society.
The French toast is there to
too
think
much.
About.
Yeah, I like working on my car. I like being able to change my alternator. I like being able to change my battery without having to have some fucking computer to compute the all this technology that's built into the car. Because if I just change the battery normal, how old school cars used to work, I fuck up the technology in my car.
What the French toast is there to think about?
But does the average man have 15 grand to buy a diagnostic machine to diagnose the car properly? No. That's just real. But men aren't manly enough anymore. See, the geeks have brought too much technology into society. You know what I'm saying? And damn it, yeah, I said it. You know what I'm saying? I sure fuck did. The geeks have brought too much technology into society. A man can't even work on his own vehicle anymore. It's ridiculous. Let's keep going.
You're my man, and I'm telling you, as your woman, that I'm scared to drive this car with the brakes like this. This is the exact response I got verbatim. Toya, the car's not going to stop regardless of who's driving it.
Which is true, though.
There's some truth.
Which is true. Let's keep going.
So are you saying because he's a man, he should be the one at risk and not you?
Absolutely. Yes. You are to be a protector. Would you not lay yourself down for your wife and your kids?
You got a point.
Okay then.
Point now. Hold on. Point now. When I was younger, I used to have a Dodge 1500, 97 model. And I was young, of course, young men don't tend to, pay attention to things as much as, older men do and stuff like that. So yeah, it came to a point one time, I had let my brakes lapse and stuff like that. And I was in the same situation that she talking about right now. Like, I was hitting the floor with my brakes. And, but it came, I looked at it and I'm like, okay, how can I fix this problem? So I got up underneath the hood of my car, hood of my truck, got up under the truck, tried to figure out what was going on. And of course I figured it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And I fixed the problem. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? Men don't like to do things with their hands anymore. And I'm slowly but surely seeing this. You know what I'm saying? This is a problem with us as men out here.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
As a man, you still need to be capable and able to do things with your hands. That's a man's gift upon this planet, that we're able. That's how we've manipulated the elements for all these thousands of years, is through our hands as men. As men, we use our hands. We use our strength. I don't understand this. Figure it out as a man. Yes, regardless of who driving the car, yeah, if the brakes are bad and you're hitting the floor with the brakes, that means the car has no brakes at all. That means it has no brake pressure. So yes, figure out the reason why your car is not having brake pressure. But at the end of the day, though, I'm wondering here too, is that son that she's talking about actually his blood son? Because it seems like he really doesn't care. So, you know, that's another thing too. And then go back what she said, they all staying in separate places and stuff. She not even staying in the same roof he's staying in. So, you know, even though they're married, seems like it's just too much dumb shit going on.
There to think about.
There's too much dumb shit. Everybody's thinking stupid in this situation. If you really ask me, I'm just being honest. She living over here, he living over there. She's paying bills at her spot, then try to help him pay bills at his, and then her son's car's going out, stuff like that. He's not giving a fuck enough to try to help to figure out the reason why. If that's his son, why his son's car is messing up and things like that. This whole situation sounds like a bunch of fucking bullshit. Real talk.
But you old fish-eyed fool.
Bitch, you're a Dorito. You was never chose. You're a Dorito, bitch. And you're mad that you're not chose. And you never will be chose.
And what is your damaged muscle head? You stupid? You ignorant, or you just plain old deaf?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that's exactly what I feel. So yeah, I don't feel sorry for him. When he got his settlement, he said he had things he had to do for himself.
Oh, hell no. Are you kidding me? So this woman actually put in the work to try to help him stay stable while he was out injured from his job. He finally got his settlement. And the next thing you know, he gonna gallop around where I gotta do things for myself. The whole time, this woman been helping you do what you need to do. You know, and if they were married, things like that, you took these vows and stuff as a man, you know what I'm saying, to protect your wife at all cost. And you're gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me that once you actually get the settlement, you know, that you're not gonna reciprocate the help that's been applied to you while you were in your downtime. Like, this shit makes no fucking sense to me. It makes no sense. I wasn't even raised like that. I wasn't even raised with this type of stupidity. This makes no sense to me as a grown-ass man that know how to fix a car, that know how to build a house, that know how to cook a good-ass fucking meal, that know how to do a lot of things.
What the French toast is there to think about?
A man is supposed to be a jack of all trades. That's what my father always taught me. Thank God I had one. Y'all cats sitting out here, you know what I'm saying, ain't got no daddy, ain't got no father, no real man in your life to teach you any type of thing about how to really do stuff, and then you think that you a man because you could split a chick's legs open and drop some seed off in her and think you just, oh, I'm a man.
What the French toast is there to think about?
Not for the woman who worked 2 jobs for 2 years to help him. Now, I had 1 semester remaining to finish school and chose to help him instead. I still haven't finished school. So, no, I don't feel he deserves a pass because he's a man. As a man, you would do what you needed to do to make sure your family was good, regardless of your situation. Right. You had 3 years. You could have gone to school. You could have learned, stocks, trading, something. something to better yourself. So
3 years. 3 years. So see, and this is the thing here. That's why I'm saying, like, it's pieces missing from the story, because 3 years, and then, like she said, he was waiting on a settlement at one point. Then he got the settlement, and he basically denied her her piece of the pie. I'm sorry, but it is what it is, though. This woman helping him pay rent, pay bills, and all that type of stuff. Hey, yo, screw that dumb shit.
And what the French toast is
Screw that dumb shit. It is what the hell it is. You know what I'm saying?
And what is your damage, musclehead?
What was his damage?
You stupid? You ignorant, or you just plain old deaf?
He had some fucking damage, for real.
absolutely, I don't feel he deserves a pass. I feel sorry for him. I'm sorry that he went through it, but at some point, I've been hurt. I work in, a very labor intensive, career. I've had a car accident. You know what I had to do? I had to get back up and I had to go back to work because he and everyone else depended on me.
And I'm just gonna be real here with this too. Hey. Now, what she said at first, he didn't show, he was working at first and things like that, though. But, these are the people that we're choosing to lay down with and make children or this and that. I don't even necessarily know that the man that she's talking about, that her children are actually his blood children and things like that. But ladies, when you choosing a man and, at all cost, you do need to see how he, conduct himself when he's hurt, or when can he bounce back and things like that. This is a crazy scenario here because, we don't have all the context situation, but from what little bit we do have, hey, dude, sorry as fuck.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Dude, sorry as hell.
What the French toast is there to think about?
Now you get comfortable with your woman doing all this overworking, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, though. And you're not trying to get back in the game. You're not trying to get back in the game to help and relieve her on some pressure and stuff like that. And so she could be a little bit more calm and she could help in other ways. You can get that good home cooked meal from a woman like you like, because men do like that. We love that. We love when our woman cooks for us. We love when the women in our family cook for us. Period. We love that. We love that. That's something that's in us that it's no escaping it. It just don't work that way. We love that. We love when the women in our family cook for us. We love that. We love it. Especially when they actually are cooking from the heart. The food tastes tremendously great. That's the best food in the world. It's better than McDonald's. It's better than the most 5-star restaurant. And that's just how we are. That's just how much, you know what I'm saying, we like when our women in our family cook for us. It just is what it is. But, obviously, this dude wasn't trying to get back on the saddle. And he was just trying to, keep going with what was going on. Where she working 2 jobs and the bill's still getting paid, this and that. And he's sitting around every day, you know what I'm saying, just playing around, playing dingbat games.
So no, at what point do I stop feeling sorry for you and I start giving you some tough love, telling you, hey, you need to get up and make some stuff happen?
What do you think caused him, contribute to him,
Giving
behaving
up.
like this or moving like this?
Giving up.
I mean, to some degree, I have to fault myself because I was doing it.
I want to know how much that settlement was. Real talk. I want to know how much money he actually got from that fucking settlement. let's just keep it real here. I really want to know this. I want to know how much money he got from that settlement, because he's sitting around here looking stupid every day. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to reciprocate to the woman that he, you know, supposed to be with and things like that. He's not trying to help her out. He's not trying to, you know, help the kids out. He's not trying to do anything. So, you know, obviously, you know, it had to be enough to do a little something with whatever settlement amount it was.
Somebody said, was he a bum from the beginning? No, he worked from the beginning, but, you know, he hurt himself like kind of early on. But from that point on, when I feel like he saw that I would financially contribute, I feel like he got comfortable with it. So I blame myself for the person that he became.
Yeah, he did. He got comfortable with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And as a man, that's a problem. But, you know, we know that in the 21st century, there are women out here that have, you know, conditioned these men to a certain degree. You know, they would date men like this. You know, now, like she said, at first he wasn't, you know, acting like this, but he did what Coach Greg Adams called, he did the bait and switch, but in reverse role, him as a man did the bait and switch on her.
And what the French toast is there to think
He got hurt. He got hurt on the job. Couldn't actually do the physical labor or whatever the job was. She had to pick up the slack. He got comfortable with it and stayed stuck in that situation. And was like, fuck it. She paying all these bills. Let's just keep this train rolling then. That's what he said.
Became.
Right.
But because the less he did, the more I did.
Right.
And in your experience, in your dating experience, do you recognize a pattern in men? Like on a scale from 0 to 10, what number would represent as far as percentage? How many men that are similar, have similar mentalities, or that move the same way this guy?
Listen, I don't want, please, do not come for me when I say this to your viewers, but I'm going to say this. Most of the guys that I've encountered in the state of Virginia seem to be like this.
And
Virginia,
give me a percentage. Give me a percentage.
I mean, whew, it's hard. I mean, even when I look at friends who are dating, whew, it's up there. It's up there. I'm talking about over 50. It's up there. The mentality of the people I've seen around here, I'm just going based off what I've seen. Here, it is very much it's like the roles are blurred. The traditional roles.
Of course they are. That's what feminism has done.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
It's brought society to a point to where we have weakened men out here due to the lack of actual family structures, children being born in two-parent households where they can see both sides of the coin every day consistently, to have a true logical understanding of the nature of how humans are supposed to interact with each other. But it just is what it is. So now we have men out here that at the end of the day, and now I understand when you first get hurt and you know that you really can't, do anything, that's one thing. But after you start getting yourself back together, putting in the work to try to get yourself back healthy, as you're supposed to as a man, you're supposed to want to get back on your feet. You're supposed to want to do this as a man. Them not having that drive to want to do that comes to show that they didn't see perseverance within their life from a man. As men, as young men growing up, you didn't see a man in your life fall and get back up in order for you to understand that that's how it works as a man. You fall, but as a man, you're supposed to get back up and get back on that horse and keep riding off into the sunset. You're not supposed to fall off the horse and then just, oh well, oh, I just can't do this. Oh my goodness, it's just so hard. Or get to the point to where now you're trying to be manipulative and use people and things like that. Hey, no.
Have become so blurred. Like from what I seen here, it's the woman getting up, taking the kids to school. It's the woman, going to work. It's the woman being the breadwinner. It's when my son's fuel pump went on his car. It was my son and I in the back seat changing the fuel pump, not my ex-son. It was my son and I. So
maybe he lacked those skills.
I lacked them too. I looked at YouTube. I mean,
right. The instincts of men in the 21st century have been stripped away. To work on cars, to want to build houses, to want to fix things and stuff like that, that's a natural instinct in a man. We want to do things like that. We enjoy doing things like that. So to sit there and be like, well, I don't know how to fix this and that. How about you find out? Ask questions. Go find other men to ask questions to. If you don't know how to fix something, go to a shop, a mechanic shop. Ask the mechanic, like, listen, look, I got this issue. Woo-de-woo. What do I need to do? This and that. How did it of course, they're going to try to make money, but you know what I'm saying? But there's plenty of ways. There's plenty of ways to figure things out. As a man, you have to want to figure things out. You have to have a level of curiosity as a man in order to survive on this planet. That's how men figure things out, is through curiosity. Well, how can I make it better? Damn, I can't think of the name of the man, you know what I'm saying, that invented the iPhone. Y'all know who I'm talking about. This is the thinking here. How can I get people to contact people around the world easier, better, and more consistently? Let me invent the iPhone.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
I mean, this shit ain't hard, man. This shit is not hard. Low key is not. It seems that way because of the turmoil that goes on in society nowadays, but it's really not that hard. Your instincts as a man has been stripped away from you. And men, we all need to realize this as men. Your instincts have been stripped away from you. Now, we still have plenty of men out here that, still love doing things and fixing and being productive men and building and stuff like that. But there are a majority of men that are out here that they don't have that instinct because they didn't either get it or it wasn't instilled upon them by their father. If you don't have a father figure or something in your life as a young man, you're going to have to go out and get it. It's, man. Wow.
What do you want me to say? I mean, I like them too.
Oh man, that's a tough one there. Well, somebody Terry said you was enabling him.
I was absolutely enabling him. I'm not gonna deny that or dispute that. That's why I said when you asked what do you feel like contributed to him being like that, I feel it was me. I feel like the person that I was, no matter, I felt bad for him in the beginning because he hurt himself. But at some point, I started realizing like you're taking advantage.
Right.
And then I asked him to leave. the cops came. The cop said he didn't have to go. He was like, that's the best thing he needed to hear. He didn't go, you know.
Hold on here. Like, see, that's what I'm talking about. There's pieces of this story that are missing. You asked him to leave, but then previously, though, you was like, let me move down there with you. Let me move in with you and, you know, take me to work and stuff like. See, that's what I'm talking about. There are pieces of this story really missing to where we can't get the full effect of it. But, you know, from what she's saying to a degree, you know, yeah, if he was kind of doing any inkling of what she was talking about, then yeah, he was just using and being a lazy bum. You know what I'm saying?
What the French toast
like,
is
seriously.
think about?
No. And then to make him leave, he got approved for an apartment. I gave him the money to move.
I did.
Do it again because of.
So I definitely.
I'm not denying it. I absolutely 100% enable him. But I also finally grew wiser to recognize, like, it was all about him. Like, he literally told me once, I called him for something that I needed. And he did say, he was like, well, give me a minute. I'm going to see this, or something. I have to make sure I'm good first. I didn't move like that with us. I made sure.
Hey.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
This is what's going on in this situation right here. Dealing with her and the dude that she was, you know what I'm saying, dealing with. She liked him more than he liked her. Hey, it's just reality here. That's what was going on. The reason why she was able to put in an overwhelming amount of work, she was able to, you know, tolerate things for so much time, dealing with, you know, his laziness, his manipulation, his lack of wanting to reciprocate the things that she was putting into the relationship, even after being hurt. And then obviously he bounced back at some point because he, you know, of course he didn't stay hurt forever, you know, and yeah. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to put in the work for her because he didn't see her as that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like her like that. But she liked him like that. That's the reason why she put in the work. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. And in life, things kind of go down like this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody plays the fool sometimes, both male and female. You know, but it's when you awaken and you realize that you are playing the fool, is that you need to correct your shit. You know, that's how life goes. Everybody gonna play the fool sometime. It's no way out of that. It's no way around it. You're going to. Everybody is at some point. At some point. You know, and yeah. You got to do the things you need to do to protect yourself at all times, or as much as you can. I'll put it that way, as much as you can, because it's impossible to protect yourself 100% your whole damn life. That's impossible. Life don't even work that way. It just don't. It just don't. You know, but are men delusional? Yeah, I can see how some men out here in the 21st century can be delusional, especially due to the fact of how children have been being raised the past 40 years. Not a lot of fathers in the household to teach these young men, you know, how to be men. And, you know, when we mean how to be men, it ain't necessarily got to do shit with being sexual or being in a relationship. Being a man is being more than just being in a relationship. are being sexual. Being a man is knowing how to achieve things, knowing how to fix things, knowing how to go out and you know, try to help, you know, correct things that are, and knowing how to solve problems, knowing how to, you know, fix the things that need to be fixed, and knowing how to, you know, make sure that the things that aren't broken don't get broke.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
It just is what it is. It just is what it is, though, man. But hey, though, shout out to all y'all. Mad love to my subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to the, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Love Cost podcast. You know what I'm saying? Round of applause. You know what I'm saying? To that brother, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, it just is what it is out here. I definitely can see how some men in the 21st century can be on the delusional side as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest here. Hey, kind of is what it is. You know, and, you know, hey, like I always say about this time.
And that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is and always will be the bottom line.
To the confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there, the CIA, one love to the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies in the house, the FBI.
Going back. I'm done playing the child support. You got your man. You're happily married, so you're fine. So nothing I'm doing. That's it. That's the only thing I'm doing.
You're lucky my husband's not here.
In the office trying to get some more money for you.
Being a rich man.
So
what the French toast is there to think about?
Hey. So she got this Pookie. She got this Pookie up in her new husband's house. Her husband's house.
What the French toast is there?
Obviously, because she just, like she just said, you lucky my husband not here. Now, y'all caught that right. Y'all caught that. So she got this nothing ass nigga up in, you know what I'm saying, her husband's house and shit, tramping, you know, walking with his fucking shoes all over my fucking Persian rug and shit.
What the French toast is there to think about?
Look at that. Look at that inside the house there. Look at that inside the house there. Look at that. Look at my affair. Not your mother. Not your mother tell don't bring money inside of the house. Don't bring money inside of the house. Don't bring money.
Confirming the woman's name is Tisha Bruley. Family and friends say she was a popular Guyanese socialite and media influencer who lived close by.
People came together Thursday night, placing candles and balloons near Lindbergh and Adina Drives in Buckhead, right near where 31-year-old Tisha Bruley was shot and killed early Tuesday morning.
I honestly never would have thought that something like this would happen to her. This is not what I saw for her.